How we stop?
Alright, so we are here with a new game. Steven has no idea what I put in the PS2.
No, it's away from the room.
For the third time. Remember when we did this twice back in...
Every time it's worked, it has not worked.
Yes.
Mainly because I have no interest in the games that he wants to play.
Oh shit, what the hell? Okay. Remember when we played Dragon Quest 8 on July 15th, What the fuck? July 15th, 2020?
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Mainly because I was in no mood to play that game right now.
Alright. Well, we could talk about stuff, but... what is there to ramble about?
I have some things, I guess.
Okay.
First of all...
Oh yeah, you said...
I saw some people... Like, apparently make fun of Nintendo for calling the Metroidvania-style games Search Action.
Search Action?
Which is weird, because that's literally what they call those types of games over in Japan.
Oh. Oh, I got a discussion. Oh, yeah, we're playing that.
But anyways, that leads to the next thing I was going to say. Apparently Metroid Dread is going to have multiple routes to get to stuff.
Really?
So you can actually get to items fast, like earlier than the story would necessarily dictate.
Wow.
So yes, they're actually going to have branching pathways for once.
Yeah.
Well, I think they've had it before, but I don't know.
I see. Alright, welcome to Pac-Man World 3. Considered to be the worst one in the series.
Why do you do this?
I've never played this before.
I hope you realize that no matter what, I will never find these entertaining. I'm not the type of person who enjoys bad stuff.
I know. But, well, it's considered good. But, considered the weakest of the 3 Pac-Man World games. You know. Normal or widescreen. No matter what, there's a...
Let's just leave it at normal. There's really no reason to adjust it.
Okay.
Widescreen just looks zoomed in.
Yes. Create Pac-Man... Yeah, save to my memory card. Remember memory cards?
I mean, we still have them.
Kinda.
They're called SD cards.
True. I want to see what's in the...
I literally bought a new one for my Switch recently.
I need to do that.
I need to get around to actually replacing the one inside my Switch.
Yes. I forgot triangle was the standard for pressing back on PS2.
And PS1, I think.
Yeah. So, if you all want topics to talk about, I thought of something.
I have another topic.
Okay, I'm going to go first.
Well, apparently Animaniacs, the new one, is getting a second season.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been confirmed. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I started watching a new show recently.
What?
Well, it's not necessarily new since the show came out last year, but I started watching the cartoon Glitch Techs on Netflix.
Oh. Never heard of that.
It's a Nickelodeon show that Nickelodeon dumped on Netflix because Nickelodeon doesn't like having good shows.
Oh, yeah. True.
And it is good. The first episodes are kind of slightly rough, animation-wise, but the gaming lingo can be a bit much if you're not into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, I had a lot of fun with the show. It's a very action-oriented show.
Huh.
So, which is another reason why Nickelodeon hates it.
Everyone hates action cartoons these days.
And the actual art, the art of the show is actually pretty good. The coloring is beautiful and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I do recommend it. So far, it only has about 20 episodes on Netflix, and out of those 20, the first 2 are combined into one episode because it's a two-parter. But if you do enjoy video game related stuff, it's a fun watch.
Speaking of video games, a copy of the original Super Mario Bros. On NES has sold for $2 million online.
Yeah.
I question where they get that money.
I question who the fuck thinks it's a good investment to buy a $2 million copy of Super Mario Bros.
It was
one
sealed.
of the most common NES games out there.
It was sealed. And before that, a copy of Mario 64 was sold for $1.6 million. And that wasn't what I was thinking of, though. Apparently, an individual by... well, I think you've probably heard about this. I know an individual by the name of Chris Chan has been going around.
Oh, yeah! Let's talk about this insanity.
Yes. Okay, so I was talking like...
I actually had to explain this to Nick, by the way.
I talked in a Discord voice chat with my friends once about this, and I was like telling them that I know it's very little about Chris Chan, and they were like, I wish I was you.
I kind of wish I was you too.
Yes.
I'm not a historian, but I do know quite a bit about Chris Chan.
They were like...
Even before the incident.
They were like, dude, this is the most well-documented person in history.
He is. Like, he is currently the most well-documented person alive. That's literally not a joke. I will show you a channel, and I will show you how many parts to the documentary on Chris Chan he has.
59.
Yeah.
I know that channel. Yeah, we were talking about it, and I know what he did recently, and I was like, what the fuck? What have I been missing out on?
Literally all of these are 40-minute videos.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you were 59, you were expecting, 10-minute videos, right? Yeah. No, 40 minutes! Friggin' 59 parts! And that's not even counting his other series, which is also Chris Chan Comprehensive History, which is at 6 parts right now.
Wow.
No, never mind. I think that's a re-upload. But yeah. Chris Chan is literally one of, if not the most documented person... Well, he's definitely the most documented person alive, but in history. It's ridiculous.
That is weird to think about.
It's not. Wanna know why? It's ridiculously easy to get information on the guy. Because, oh yeah, he doxed himself to Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Oh, that's fun.
Because, they were making fun of him on the site, because it's Encyclopedia Dramatica. They make fun of everyone. That's literally their entire mission statement. Screw the world, I'm gonna make fun of all of it. They're the guys who are both right-winged and left-winged at the same time, just on the basis that they want to piss off everyone. The fact of the matter is, they were trolling him on Encyclopedia Dramatica, and Chris Chan decided that the best course of action was to say, all of this is wrong, and reveal his actual history.
Oh my god.
He literally doxed himself in every facet of the word.
I don't know how to respond to that.
He's also the creator of Sonichu.
I know that.
Yeah, but if you notice, I'm saying he, even though Chris Chan came out as trans a long while ago. There is a reason for that, and that is because I refuse to acknowledge Chris Chan as trans on the basis that Chris Chan has gone on record in the past saying that the reason that he is trans is so that he can score with lesbians.
Oh my god. Well, that's a dumbass reason.
I do not respect a person who does that sort of behavior, so I will not respect their supposed sexualities. Especially because in their own videos, they have gone on record to use he, him, and call themselves a guy recently. Before the whole scandal happened.
Apparently, the trial has been placed him in the male inmate section, or in jail.
Yeah, so there are people who will, defend the whole, you kind of have to be respectful about that. But no, I refuse to be respectful on Chris Chan. If there is a person who does not deserve my respect, it's the the mother raper.
Well, that's is that all you have to say?
Oh no, I actually want to get into it. I'm just kind of catching myself because I'm kind of getting pissed off.
Oh no, I just had to bring this up, but
to be fair,
it would have been brought up anyway.
To be fair. I did mention throughout the entire video, I feel like we have to talk about something, but we've been kind of ignoring it. And that's because I kept on putting it away from my mind.
No one wants to.
So, if you were wondering why we hadn't talked about it throughout that entire Metopia stuff, that's because I was deliberately not thinking about it. So, how this works is that Christian Winston Chandler, or something, like if I remember correctly, or Christina, if you actually want to respect that piece of shit. Which, by the way, you probably shouldn't, since even the LGBT community's actually disowned him in the past.
And it says a lot right there.
The fact of the matter is, and these are the same people who wouldn't like disown James Charles when people were accusing him of things.
Oh yes.
But the fact of the matter is, let's be honest here. Considering how he has been homophobic, racist, sexist, and just about hateful in every way, shape, and form, and literally views a relationship with women as basically just a way to score with them and have sex with them. And like I mentioned, gone on record to state that basically the main reason that he is trans is because he wants to score with women without boyfriends.
That is not how that works.
Yeah. First of all, what makes you think that gay women are going to be after you if straight women don't want you?
Bold of you to assume straight women exist.
Straight to me basically means they mostly just go for the opposite. I don't particularly say that everyone's 100% anything, because in general, let's be honest here, there's at least been one exception for most people, yes. Even if they don't want to admit it. But for me, basically, essentially, it's considered being straight if most of your attention is headed towards the opposite direction.
Well, people are going really out of their way to say, "Oh, I'm not straight. I'm just bisexual leaning with the opposite gender." Which,
kind of, but at the same time, that's also might be disrespectful towards bisexuals on the basis that, oh yeah, they exist, and people go out of their way to try and use any excuse to say that they don't. Which is why I refuse to bring that kind of stuff up.
Yeah.
But what happens is Christian, who, as we already mentioned, is quite literally the most documented person alive.
Somehow.
Knows perfectly well that everyone on the internet's basically following everything that he does. Thinks that the best way to end his whole eternal goal of not being a virgin is to take advantage of his dementia-ridden 80-year-old mother.
Yes.
Who, as an aside, let's be honest here, wasn't exactly a great person, but that doesn't mean she deserved what happened. Especially since she herself doesn't understand what the fuck is going on. But essentially, quite literally, that means that Christian was caught and documented stating the idea that the fact that he had essentially raped his mom, and that is the way that he got out of his virginity.
No one states that proudly and gets away with it.
Thing is, he was recorded on a phone call saying that stuff.
Oh. I see.
I'm guessing he didn't expect it to get out there.
Well, it did.
But he stated shit he hit that G spot better than his dad ever did and shit like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is disgusting. Christian is a reprehensible human being and deserving of death. But since we can't do that because,
death
sentences aren't exactly okay for rapists apparently. Since they're apparently only really set for murderers and shit.
Yeah.
We'll just have to deal with locking them away in prison forever. But the problem here comes in with the fact that there are some legal loopholes that can get Christian away with the shit that they pulled.
Hey.
And the loopholes here is, one, if Christian gets his way, he will be sent to a female prison.
I heard he's being sent to a male prison right now.
Yeah, they are hoping to do that because let's be honest here, he doesn't actually identify as trans, and the guy looked really happy about the idea of being sent to a female prison.
Yeah, they're just gonna send him to a male at this point.
But the other issue came in with the fact that since legally it's documented as Christian identifying and having set her documentation to being a woman now, there is no legal law in Virginia that states that mother and daughter having sex is incest. So it's not against the incest law. Which people think that can be used as a way to get away with this. But first of all, that doesn't fucking matter because it's still abuse of the elderly.
True.
And second of all, I don't care who you are, but no matter what, when no 80-year-old woman with dementia could ever actually consent to anything. That is quite literally the definition of rape.
Yep.
She can't consent, and it's kind of just forced upon her.
Do I actually have to climb?
Yes, you have to go back down the way you came.
Okay. I'm not gonna try. Okay, anyway, that's our conversation.
And, so this is how people are, and people are now so this is how the saga of Christian ends. But at the same time, is it really going to end like this? People are going to find a way to document his time in jail.
They will. Knowing the internet,
they will.
They will. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become.
In what way has Christian ever been a hero? The man drew part of his friend and put it on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
I've never even heard of this site until now.
He literally drew porn of one of his closest female friends, and
that makes it even worse.
Yeah, and it was porn of him fucking her.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, and then when she got in his case about that, he defended himself by stating that this is the good way of getting things out because this way he gets it out of the way and he doesn't feel the need to attack someone. In what world do you think it's okay to say, hey, don't worry, it's for the best that I drew porn of you. Otherwise, I would have attacked you.
That's fun.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, Christian is one of the worst people out there. Also, want to know some of the guy's beliefs?
Not really.
He believes that cartoons are real, and that one day cartoons and reality will merge together, and cartoons will come in and take over the world and enslave us all, and put Christian himself as their leader. And he also believes that he's and this is only if you actually believe his whole trans thing, that he is a goddess who is quite literally meant to take over the world or some shit. I forget this part, but he legitimately believes that he is essentially a god. I just absolutely despise Christian as a human being.
Understandable.
I wish nothing but the worst things to happen to him and only him. Specifically, just you. If there were to ever happen something terrible at that prison that you are going to be locked in, I don't care who you're locked up with. I want explicitly you to be hurt.
Ouch.
The only people who could be worse are literally serial killers, or serial rapists, or serial rapist killers like John Wayne Gacy. Those are the only type of people who are worse than you.
Well, I will never understand some people, and I don't know if I should take the effort to understand.
Don't.
Then I won't. Spare your advice.
Look, man. Never like make understanding others the motivation when the other person you're trying to understand is a profoundly fucked up individual. Because at the end of the day, that just leads to trying to excuse their behavior. When in reality, there is no excuses. Their behavior is just messed up.
Hey. I'm listening to what you're saying. I can multitask, but I'm just having trouble.
I'm just like...
I just died. That's fun. I
understand the whole concept of treating people onto how you would want them to treat yourself.
Yeah,
but at a certain point, it doesn't work. Like, there's at no point that I would ever want to treat Christian like an actual human being. Because at the end of the day, that devalues the meaning of humanity.
Yes.
I have more sympathy towards those hardcore, like, friggin' furries. Not like the Zulus, the Zulophiles. Those guys are even worse than Christian, that's honest. But, like, the ones who get bullied at school, like, even though they come in doing stuff like wearing, like, a fucking a tail butt plug. I have more sympathy towards them.
Why would someone willingly go to school wearing something
This was from a story.
Oh, no, that's even... Do I want to know?
Just watch the Burn Daniel video.
Might as well.
It's actually a pretty funny story, but like, this girl literally like came in with like a wolf tail every day to school, and like the opera like kind of hated her because she was annoying. So he thought that the best way to like show her up is like ripping the tail off.
Ooh.
And then it's revealed it's a butt plug, and she had cut holes into her jeans.
Ouch. That must have been. I don't know the best way to.
Yeah, no. I highly doubt it's real.
If it is, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But like.
Can I not go through that?
No.
Okay. Do I need to?
But like.
Pellet?
I honestly, I'm just dumbfounded by the sheer amount of ways people will go out of their way to try and give
give respect to Christian.
Yeah, mostly by like trying to respect their wishes at all.
Hey.
But like, I think the worst part about this is, I actually predicted the second when I heard that this stuff would go on, that like certain things would be using this to their advantage, and I was 100% proven right when after talking about this to Nick, as I mentioned that I believe that something will happen, specifically like that. People that like right-winged conservatives would be using this as a way to attack the LGBT community and potentially the autistic community too. And I was proven right when Tucker Carlson apparently used Christian as a way of showing that trans people should not be trusted.
Fun times. He was wearing. Oh, that was a
doozy of a conversation.
Yes.
I can understand if people do not like this episode, and if you think that I am wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm not taking any of that stuff back. Yes. Fuck Christian. I refuse to acknowledge them as anything worth like respecting.
Fair.
And if you're claiming here that all humans deserve the right to be respected, well, I'm sorry again to you, because there are some people I will just never respect.
I'm pretty sure someone called Hitler existed.
Yeah. But, like, there are some people, in my opinion, worse than Hitler.
I'm dead.
Mostly Stalin, but
I'm pretty sure someone called Stalin existed.
he did way worse things than Hitler, let's be honest here.
Yes. That was a dumb move. Oh boy, no more power pellets. I'm gonna die. Unless they don't come out. What the fuck is that? Is that Delta Bug? Okay.
This asshole was dropping more pellets.
It's dropping more pellets. Alright, I'm gonna end the episode and start a new one.
Yeah, it's probably for the best that you end it here.
Yeah.
Because, like, this entire episode is literally the Chris Chan episode.
Alright, episode 2, not featuring Chris Chan, hopefully. We will see.